Hey, what's up guys? Sebastian Castillo here with another video, and I had actually uploaded this earlier today, but I guess for some reason my microphone was disconnected or something and the audio was shot to shit. So I'm doing this again. And the title of this video was supposed to be Good Things Take Time. Why did I want to do a video about good things taking time? Because as some of you may know who've been following me, I started working a sales job here in Cancun remotely back in January. And so it's like approaching the middle of March here. And just by being in the game, I have picked up on a couple of things I really want to share with the rest of you guys. So a lot of people, especially nowadays, we're in the instant gratification society. Push a button, feel good, get everything you want, and do nothing to actually earn it. Okay? And especially with social media, young people are being made to feel bad in a way, because if you're not a millionaire by the time you're 20, then you must be a loser, right? But, young people are getting these expectations that they should be making a whole ton of fucking money relatively quickly without that much experience or work or anything, or any kind of investment, really. And making a lot quickly is possible. For instance, back in November, I met this one dude through a private network that I'm a part of from Australia, and he was 19. He was a broke university student 6 months prior, and he had never really heard about the online business space, but he jumped in, and he admitted that he got a little bit lucky here. But he got in touch with the right people, and then one thing led to another, and now he's closing high-ticket deals. Excuse me. And so he's making, 5 figures a month doing that, and he's still super young. But the problem is, a lot of people think that, okay, well, in 6 months, I should be making $2,000 a month. Usually doesn't work like that. Usually doesn't work like that. Even if you're intelligent, even if you have the work ethic, it usually doesn't happen like this. And I want to relate my personal experience with sales here and how this applies. So a lot of people kind of give you the advice that, oh, you should just quit university and quit your job and get into sales and make a lot of money. And a lot of these people are delusional, and you know who you are if you're watching this video. And this is horrible advice, because a lot of people are just setting themselves up to fail if they jump into sales like that. Because if you're living on your own, you don't have any savings, and you just jump into a sales job, it's very likely that you're not even going to be able to pay your bills for the first month or two. I'm just keeping it real. Because if sales was really so lucrative, then no one would be working in McDonald's or just a warehouse or a restaurant or whatever the hell it is, earning minimum wage. Because the truth of the matter is, when you start in sales, especially with no experience, even with some experience, getting onto a new offer with a new company, it's not likely that you're even going to make minimum wage in your first month or two. Okay, I'm just, again, keeping it real here. So don't bank on it. Have some kind of extra cash reserves, or have some kind of setup where I'll give you a concrete example. Like on the team that I'm on, I am probably the only sales rep who is all in. Everyone else has some kind of safety net. There's a lady who is married, and she is basically a stay-at-home mom. She takes care of her newborn, and while her husband's out working, and then she works a little bit here and there doing some calls with this business. Another guy, I think he was in the military, and so he's got some benefits from that. Excuse me. Fucking tacos. And he's married too, so his wife probably foots the bill. Like, I think, and it's very transparent in the software that we use. We can look at how many people each one of us enrolled. And so when I was looking at how many closes he got last month, he got like 3. And that's what, like less than $600 or something like that. Like, no way a grown man is living off of that kind of money alone, right? He has some kind of other income for sure. I'm the only one who has no other line of income, really. Like, I'm trying to get some copywriting clients by sending a fuck ton of cold emails every day, but even that's been taking a lot longer than I anticipated it would. And another thing I want to touch on here with the idea that good things take time, and this relates kind of specifically to sales and business, is that, you know, just a couple of years ago, when I would listen to motivational content and I would watch these online entrepreneurs and stuff, I just think to myself, okay, I want to be making money like that. And they all say you have to take massive action and do all this shit. Like, yeah, I totally get that. But what is the action? What am I actually supposed to do and spend all day doing? And now it's finally very clear to me that, oh, you need to be pounding the phones. You need to be mass sending DMs and emails. You need to, or knocking on doors even. You need to be talking to as many people as possible, setting up appointments, closing them, and then fulfilling, or getting someone else to fulfill. That's it. But I didn't understand that. I thought it was so much more complicated than that. And of course, if you're running a business, then you need to also be in charge of the marketing and the offer and everything. But if you're just a sales rep, then your main focus is the prospecting, like I just mentioned, and actually closing and enrolling people or getting people their product, fulfilling whatever it is that the actual deliverable is. And so good things taking time means you cannot expect to just walk into a sales job or start a business and just be making money right off the bat from it. You need to pound the phones. You need to get the word out somehow so that you can get those meetings with people who have a need or desire for whatever it is that you're selling, and then go from there and then close them, get these deals in and get the money in, and then start fulfilling. This is what a lot of people don't understand, right? And case in point, this past week has been incredible. We've had a flood of new leads, and so I've been assigned a whole bunch of triage calls, essentially. And for those of you who don't know what these terms mean, a triage call is simply like an introductory 15-20 minute call where you're trying to feel the prospect out and make sure that they're qualified to move on to a more in-depth closing call where you're going to get into the nitty-gritty and, you know, hopefully conduct a transaction. And you need to build that up for yourself, right? Even if you're a closer, in a lot of cases, you'll still be asked to do some kind of prospecting. And so this is what people need to understand, right? You need to put the work in, even when things are like, this is, how can I put this? The word isn't counterintuitive, but it's, to give you an example, if your calendar is empty, this is the time when you need to be working more than ever, instead of just slacking and resting on your laurels, right? People will see a slump in sales and think, oh, fuck, you know, like, this sucks. I have to find another job or something. This isn't going to work out. But the way you should be looking at it, excuse me, I got fucking tacos, man. When it comes to sales or a business, it's okay, my calendar is completely empty. I need to pound the phones. I need to send out a whole fuck ton of emails and DMs and whatnot and get people on my calendar and then set up those closing calls for a couple of days out or a week out or even tomorrow, whatever it takes, right? Because if your calendar's empty, you're not making any money. And that is that. That is that, guys. So a lot of people are expecting to just waltz into different businesses or sales jobs and just have everything handed to them on a silver platter. And there are closing gigs, closing opportunities where, you know, the company is supposed to be doing a lot of setup for you, but you're still going to need to have some kind of preparation and do a lot of work in between and leading up to the transactions and the times when you're going to make the sales and whatnot, right? Where it's the fun stuff when the money actually comes in. So that's it. Maybe I left some stuff out that was in the original video, but if I think of it later, I'll mention it again. So that's it for today, guys. And if you haven't already, look down into this in the description, because I have started a Telegram channel called Global Dragons, because this is a channel about going to different countries, leaving your shitty Western country where they're taxing you up the ass, and being a dragon, like being strong and being powerful and tapping into your energy so that you can transcend and be the person that you were meant to be and not just be some average schmuck, right? So take a look at that, join it. I'm going to be mentioning a lot of things that are not YouTube friendly necessarily, and a lot of insights that can help you accelerate the process of getting out of your shitty country and getting to a place where you're making money online and you're living life the way you really want to. So check that out, and then I'll be putting up some more videos soon. Take care, guys.